Oh, sorry.
Vinny.
Can we start with the injury situation, please, Jurgen? Shaqiri, will he be fit? And any chance of Dejan Lovren being fit? If Fabinho has to deputise, I'm not trying to preempt anything, but if he does, how different a test is it to what he's faced so far as playing a centre-half for you this season?
You want the complete lineup or only part?
Yes, please.
Then we have to see. Yesterday had a clearing session, and after that all guns were up. But we have to see how he reacted until today. So he will be. That was the plan today. Be in proper training. Good, having another option. What was the other question? Shaqiri? Yes. He trained yesterday. What are you talking about? So he trained yesterday and it looked very good. Yeah? And
just on,
Fabinho, yeah. In Champions League, then against Bayern Munich, that's it's not an easy job, huh? So, but because we thought it makes sense that we don't let our last row alone defending against Bayern. It depends all to how we defend in general. So that's it, and there will be a lot of moments where we have to defend, and we worked on that. Obviously, we tried to work on that because we respect the quality of Bayern Munich a lot. Speed, technique, experience, yeah, it's all there what you need to be successful. So we respect that, and yeah, we try to make the best of the situation.
More Vinny.
Obviously, we can break this down into a pivotal couple of weeks. The fact that you've got to face Bayern. Manchester United to come at the weekend. There's a Merseyside derby a week after that with Watford in between that as well. So how do you view it? How pivotal a moment in the season?
Game by game. It makes no. You cannot think about it in a different way. I don't think if you ask tonight Manchester United if they when they face Chelsea, if they already think about our game on Saturday, I don't think so. So yeah, we had only tough months in this season. To be honest, it was not one month where we thought, oh, good, only these opponents. It's always tough, and we have to be ready for that, and hopefully we are. That's all we can see. But we have to be focused 100% on the game tomorrow night. Otherwise, we don't have a chance. Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely sure.
Vinny, do you require a third? I'll come back to you if necessary. Simon, okay.
Jurgen, they're obviously a team you know well. There are players in that team you know very well, and yet they're not, by their own level, quite as high as maybe they have been in previous seasons. But can you explain still how difficult you're expecting this task to be?
Pretty much how it is most of the time. I'm not sure if it's English saying as well, but that's always when Munich has a difficult situation and it's moaning on a really high level. So that's how it is, because after being 6 years the dominator of the league, and that was clear that this year will be a more difficult year, and actually it's a completely normal situation. They have 5 points, 2 points in the moment because Dortmund plays tonight behind Dortmund. So they play Dortmund at home. Nothing decided in the league, being in the cup still, and being in the Champions League in the last 16. So that's a completely normal situation with a high quality team. So to become the champion, you need to have the desire, like you need to have the desire of a newcomer, combined with the quality of a real contender. And in the beginning of the season, maybe after being 6 years champion, they didn't have that. But meanwhile, they are chasing the league, and so they have it back. So all the situation in Munich, from my point of view, makes them even more dangerous, more a threat than they were before, because this is a competition. They were traditionally, historically, always good. And but we have our own targets, we have our own aims. We want to be strong. We want to show. Because in Germany, a lot of people were talking now about the atmosphere at Anfield, they were talking about that we are maybe the most emotional club in world football. So, emotion, in my opinion, is a very positive thing. So let's show that tomorrow night. Let's make it a very emotional place. Let's make it a very lively place on the pitch, on the stands, and and let's enjoy that game together. It's a tough one against a really strong and very experienced team, but we are strong as well, and that's what we have to show.
Okay, we'll take one more from Simon, but then can people grab my attention if they've got questions for Jurgen, and by just giving a little wave. But Simon, final one from you.
With that in mind that you've just said there, can you see similarities between your season and their season, the way things are going?
No, there were different targets before the season. You cannot we cannot have the same target in the league than as Bayern Munich have, because they 6 times in a row champion. They know how it is. Want to be the 7th time. Want to make history. In this case, our history would be completely different. But both teams. So we are. Maybe we achieved so far a little bit more than people would have expected, and people who don't really think a lot about Bayern maybe think they achieved a bit less than they would have expected. But it's both are in a similar situation. It's a long way to go and to finish the season, and but we don't have to think about the league season. We have only to think about the Champions League season, and that's tomorrow night. A really big one, and again, one of these games, if I would be not involved, I'm really happy about being involved, but if not, I would buy a ticket. So that's the truth. If I could, it would be difficult to buy a ticket for that game, to be honest, but I would try, would have tried at least.
Okay, Zed, I'll take one from yourselves for being.
Again, playing home first, an advantage?
No, usually not, but we don't care too much. We showed that we had that a couple of times. We played against Rome first at home, against City first at home. So it gave us, even when we had really good results, it gave us a big job to do for the second game and the second leg, and that's how it is. So these games, usually when two good teams face each other, will not be decided in one game. So you make a little advantage, or you have a little disadvantage, or whatever. That's most of the time. But we respect the competition. So there are 2 legs to play, and we will be 100% focused into both of them. But for tomorrow night, we only can play at home, and let's make the best of it. That's how it is, and let's create a basis which we can use in the second game. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult, but it's possible, and that's all I need.
Zed, anything else? No? I'll go to PA.
How much of an advantage do you think it is that you've had this extended break in the build-up to the game, especially given that they played on Friday night?
Yeah, that's the same thing. So you can see it like it's better. You have the rhythm and keep the rhythm, or you have this kind what we had now, this little break, and we used the time. We had to use the time. We had to work on a lot of tactical things. How we saw it, we prepared the rest of the season, so we used the time for that and tried to give some impulse, tactical-wise, fitness-wise, and all that stuff. We needed time as well for bringing a couple of players back who were out before that, and so for that, for sure, it helped, but all the rest we will see. So what is better, having the rhythm or having a little rhythm break? I don't know. We didn't think really about it. We couldn't change that. We tried to use our situation and how we play them, and the answer maybe will be given tomorrow night.
Do you have a second one, or no? Okay, gentleman with his hand up at the back row, yes.
I ask in English, but if you can answer German, it would be...
No, the answer needs to be in English, not French, but you can feel free.
So, how much in love are you
Sorry, guys,
with
sorry.
Liverpool?
Sorry, do you want to ask, guys, you need to keep the while the question's being asked. Let's hear it, yes.
Even German people ask in English.
After 3.5 years, how much in love are you with the city and this club?
Oh, very much. You're much more than I could have expected, of course, because you never know. You never know, and it's the welcome was outstanding, and since then it became better and better. So that's the truth. We grew together. We developed together, all of us. I said it a couple of times. I'm not very often in the city, so I don't know exactly what people think about me or us or whatever. But I feel it in the stadium that the mood and the atmosphere is really positive. The best thing of all the things we did so far since we are together is that we are a real competitor again. So that's it. That's of course not enough, but it's a for sure a very important step. And in this very competitive league and in a very competitive Champions League, being qualified the second year in a row, hopefully next year the third year in a row, is unusual because it didn't happen too often in the past. And being then not only part of the competition, so really that people think we could beat Bayern, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. But at the end, we have to prove that. But yeah, the story so far is a nice one, but not finished yet.
Okay. Any questions more from our visitors from Germany or Munich for Mr. Klopp? before Jordan Henderson comes in? Doesn't seem to be too many questions in the press room. Gentleman there, yes, if you'd like to.
I just want to know whether you think it will make a difference to your knowledge of, say, Lewandowski and Hummels from your time at Dortmund. Is that something, do you have a special insight into those?
Oh, I worked together with these two boys and I loved it. I had two fantastic players. And I have to be really thankful because without them, probably my career would not be the same, would not have been the same. So that's how it is. We all benefit from each other. So I remember my first phone call with Mats Hummels. I remember when I saw Robert Lewandowski the first time and all that stuff. So that's part of my life and part of my history. So that's nice. And we will always have a lot of respect for each other. But yes, I know. Yeah, I know a lot. I would not say I know everything about them because it's already 3.5 or 5 years ago that we worked together. But I followed their path, of course, and followed their way, and so I know a lot about them, and I really like them. But for tomorrow night, so that's how it is. We will try everything to, what can I say, to let them not shine. What to say it like this? Difficult enough, but we'll still try.
Okay, again, if there's any of our visitors have any questions for Jürgen, if you try and grab my attention, we're going to take the last couple now. Vinny's going to have another one for Sky in the UK.
Yeah, for you, what added dimension is brought to this tie? The fact that it is Bayern Munich, the fact that you've got such a history with them as a rival, and also them at one point also entertaining the idea of appointing you as manager when they obviously appointed Jürgen Klinsmann.
Yeah, but so what was the question exactly?
I just wonder what added dimension it brings to the tie for you personally, given your history.
No dimension. Only more stress because all the people want to. I could have had 600 interviews with German newspapers, television, but stuff like that, and thank God I didn't do it. But that's all the interest is like because I'm part of that game. But it's nothing, not a little bit personal or whatever. And the story Uli Hoeneß brought up, or whoever brought it up, that 2008 we had two phone calls actually. Yeah, I know that since 2008, and but I would never have told anybody. But when they say it, then I can say yes, that's how it was. So no problem. So I have no actually. There was never any negative things with Bayern, but when we played each other and when they bought our players, how can I be happy then always and say, oh, yeah, great, good idea, I bring him in my car. So that's of course not the case. So that was not nice for us at Dortmund, but it's part of the business and it's long ago. I was never in my life able to be angry for a long time. So in these moments I was not happy. And probably I said it, I'm not sure, but probably everybody could see that then that I was not happy. And meanwhile, it's long ago, and yeah, it's a big club, we all know that. And was a big competition for us in Germany when I was there. And I wish Borussia Dortmund being the champion, of course. But that's pretty much all.
Okay. Any final questions for Jürgen before we leave and bring Jordan Henderson in? No? Guys, thank you very much. Oh, yes, sorry. Okay, right at the end. Just final question.
Before the match tomorrow, I spoke to a lot of fans about the Champions League or the Premier League trophy. Whether or not they would have either one of them if they could choose. And one of the Liverpool fans said, and I quote, if you could tell me that we will get the Premier League title this year, I would roll over and let Bayern tickle my tummy.
It's difficult for me to answer the question in exactly the same manner, but it's yeah. If we would have to decide, then it's for all Liverpool fans, it's a Premier League. That's clear. We know that. But now we play Champions League, and I think they all expect, and that's a good right. They all expect that we do our best tomorrow night, and that's what we do. And thank God we don't have to make that decision today, and we will not know today or tomorrow. We have the only thing we can do is to give it our all and play. Very passionate football, very lively football. The football that people expect when they come to Anfield. We expect a good atmosphere, but we know about the part we have to play. We have to create atmosphere as well on the pitch and make it easier for the people. But it will be outstanding tomorrow night. And I know that a lot of players from other teams always say, "Oh no, it's really good. I'm looking forward to be going there." And it's true. It's something to enjoy. But on the other hand side, there's a lot of power involved in that, and I've experienced it now a couple of times, that our crowd is really able to push us from 100 to 120, 30 or 40%. I never would have thought that that's possible, but it happened here from time to time, and hopefully tomorrow night again.
Okay. Guys, if you'd like to stay in your seats, Jordan Henderson will be in next for our play part. Thank you very much.